Hey, what's really good, people? All right, the battle of the century. Let's recap and get right to this shit. I got my notes here, okay? So, RZA versus Primo, round for round. Round number one. Liquid Swords versus A Million One Questions. Come on, man. A Million One Questions is dope as fuck, but RZA came out swinging them swords and shit. When the MCs came, it wasn't even that, yo. He set it off from the motherfucking intro. The moment you heard, when I was little. Come on, man. I mean, RZA came to chop heads. I don't know, like, Primo was playing, like, almost like he wasn't even, like, battle ready. You know what I mean? A Million One Questions. I love that song. Both songs are brilliant, but we battling right now. You know what I mean? You're not playing A Million One Questions, all right? So round one is RZA. Round two, Bring the Pain versus MOP Breaking the Rules. Oh, like, Bring the Pain easy, right? That shit, the moment you hear that shit, I don't care how old you are, when you hear that shit for the first time, it goes straight to the brain. That beat is insane, okay? MOP Breaking the Rules, well, it's cool, but it's not even a top 5 MOP beat. I don't know why Primo played that shit. So, round two, RZA. And that's just, by here I was already like, the fuck? Like, here I thought Primo was gonna body RZA, and RZA's bodying him so far. Round three, Maria versus Mathematics. So, this is one of them Wu-Tang Forever joints that's like sleepy as fuck. It's not like a great song. It's not bad either, but it's just kind of like, man. Against Mathematics, especially, Mathematics for the easy win. Better beat, better song, period. Round four, Wu Gambinos versus The Enemy. I love Big L and all, but this is not even a top 5 Big L record. So I don't know why Primo picked this shit, especially against Wu Gambinos. You're talking about Cuban Links, which is one of the greatest rap albums ever. Nah, Wu Gambinos. The moment you heard that beat come in, come on. So RZA got that one easy to me. Number 5, Run versus MCs Act Like They Don't Know. I mean, again, both of these songs are phenomenal. MCs Act Like They Don't Know is a great record, but it's not fucking with Run. Let's be honest here, okay? That Run beat is so nasty that I remember we had given up on RZA, okay? And it was like, oh shit, RZA's back. Like, that beat is insane. I know OGs that had given up on RZA and heard that Run beat and was like, oh, does RZA have some new shit dropping on some, like, crackhead, like, oh shit. That beat is powerful, man. And then Jada, of course, murdered that shit. So, Run by far. I wouldn't say by far, but by quite a bit. Number 6, Shame on a Nigga versus Das Effect's Real Hip Hop. Oh, Shame on a Nigga, easy. Real Hip Hop is one of the most boring known Primo beats to me, personally. I like Das Effects. I think that they had talent. They could vocally rap and stuff. Yeah, they were a bit gimmicky, but they had talent. But that's not their song. Personally, if Primo had played Caught in the Act remix, that would have been my shit. I would have fucking flipped the table, because that song is amazing, okay? Das Effect, they have some songs. They're decent guys, but that's not, what I would play, especially after Shame on a Nigga. Like, nah. Round 7, Protect Your Neck versus Living Proof. Yeah, Protect Your Neck. I mean, both of these songs are incredible. Living Proof is an incredible beat, one of the hardest rap beats I've ever heard, but it's not quite as interesting as Protect Your Neck as a song overall. Some of this, of course, is now we're leaving the beat realm and entering the song and MC realm, and Protect Your Neck is just much more interesting. Honestly, like, even beat-wise to a certain degree. So I'd give it to Protect Your Neck, even though, of course, I love Living Proof, and that song is amazing. The beat is amazing, and Lil Dap is actually pretty good on it. But Malachi the Nutcracker, trash. Round 8, Cold World versus Devil's Pie. Cold World is one of the sleepier records on Liquid Swords, to be honest with you. So this was really easy to me. Devil's Pie took it. Devil's Pie is nasty, man. That beat is amazing. I love listening to that beat, especially when I'm walking through Brooklyn. It always reminded me, even though I'd never really hung out in Brooklyn, that beat to me is just very Brooklyn. I don't know if I'm, bugging or whatever. And I remember when I was living in Brooklyn, like I would play that shit every now and then, and I just was like, oh, this is what it's like to walk down, Brooklyn Street. So I love that beat. Um, Round nine, METHOD man versus just what is this record? Just a Rep. Um, the Gangstar record. I don't really listen for the song just to get a rep or some shit. It's cool. It's all right. It's a good song, but it's not fucking with METHOD man. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, that is a top 10 RZA beat, I would argue. That's like one of the best beats I've ever heard RZA make. Like that beat is so nasty that it pretty much put Wu-Tang on a pedestal, in my opinion. I think Protect Your Neck and Wu-Tang Ain't Nothing to Fuck With, all those records were amazing, but METHOD, man, is something else. Like, that beat was incredible back then when it was made, and it's incredible now. It's just something about it. It's like very playful and weird, and it's funny. It's a great beat, So RZA took that to me easy. Round 10, Motherless Child versus The Evils. The Evils. The Evils is a better beat. It's a more memorable song. Motherless Child is dope, but it's not The Evils. Round 11, Verbal Intercourse versus Nas Is Like. Nas Is Like, come on, man. I mean, Verbal Intercourse is dope. Nas Is Like is one of the best rap songs ever made. Like, easy. We all know this. Like if someone was to be like, name the 5 greatest rap songs ever made, Nas Is Like would be in that list. And that list is an impossible list to make because there's so many great rap songs. But Nas Is Like is literally at the top of the pile. So, yeah, Nas Is Like. You're not topping that. Track 12, or I should say round 12, is Buck 50 versus The Question Remains. I love The Question Remains, but man, Buck 50, who I'm is, the phenom, them niggas can't live. That is my shit. I have a story about this actually. So when I was doing my short film Pond, one of the stunt guys, he hadn't heard Supreme Clientele in a minute. And I used to drive around listening to Supreme Clientele all the time, right? When I was like scouting locations and stuff. And so he heard me, I was giving him a ride home after the shoot. And he was like, yo, you playing Supreme Clientele? And he's like, yo, I have not heard this in so long. He's like, yo, what's that song where he's like, and your weed got more seeds than ODB or some shit? And I was like, Buck 50. He's like, yeah, that's my shit. So, so we cranked that shit and we were wilding out on the highway and shit. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Buck 50 is that shit, B. That's my joint right there. I mean, Supreme Clientele is amazing, right? So RZA got that to me. Round 13, Ice Cream versus Unbelievable. I love ice cream. My lady loves ice cream, but live from Bedford-Stuyvesant, Saliva Swan, representing BK to the fullest. Gats I pull it. Bastards ducking when Big B bucket. Come on, man. I mean, that shit is next level, okay? I remember my boss, Melanie. Shout out to Melanie if she ever sees this, but she's from Bed-Stuy, right? So one of these days, like I think last year in the summertime, we had a cookout kind of thing. It was at a patio. So we're in Bed-Stuy. She's from Bed-Stuy. She's the DJ. She throws on Unbelievable, and yo, it felt amazing. You know what I mean? Like, I loved that song way before I ever moved to Brooklyn, and hearing that shit in Brooklyn, in Bedford-Stuyvesant, next level, man. Anyway, so that one's easy to me. Primo took that one. Round 14, Brooklyn Zoo versus Come Clean. RZA didn't even make Brooklyn Zoo, so this is an automatic and you can't compete with Come Clean. That beat's ridiculous. So Come Clean, easy. Round 15, Shimmy Shimmy Ya versus Kick in the Door. This is a tough one. This is a really tough one, actually. I would give it to Kick in the Door because I still think Kick in the Door is a better beat and song overall. But Shimmy Shimmy Ya, if this could go either way, because that Shimmy Shimmy Ya is hot. So I would say tie. Let's say tie on that one. Round 16, Long Kiss Goodnight versus Above the Clouds. Primo took that. Above the Clouds is a better song. It's a better beat, Track 17 or round 17, Assassination Day versus NY State of Mind. Come on, you can't beat NY State of Mind, especially against Assassination Day. See, Assassination Day is one of them weak-ass Iron Man tracks. Like, I like Iron Man, don't get me wrong, but Iron Man is not as good as people say it is. You know what I mean? Like, there are some phenomenal records, but Supreme Clientele blew that shit out the water, personally. So, yeah, Primo got that. Um, Round 18, Criminology versus Dwick. Criminology. I know that Dwick was a huge summer anthem back in 92 or whatever, and, the people loved it, the heads loved it, and all that shit, but it's not fucking with Criminology. Let's be honest. Criminology is some fucking, like, cocaine to the nose type shit. That song's incredible. I've seen people lose their shit. I remember when I was living in Montreal, the first time I ever heard Criminology was at a fucking lounge in Montreal. Shout out to Blue Dog. This is in 2003. And I would go, and every time I would go, the DJ would play Criminology, and people would literally shake the fucking room, pound on the walls, lose their fucking minds. And I was like, what song is this? And that's when I was like, I gotta listen to this, Cuban Link shit. So, Criminology, all the way. Round 19, Incarcerated Scarfaces versus Boom. This is a very tough one. I remember when I heard Boom, the moment when it came out, and it was like, whoa, some classical music ass shit, you know what I'm saying? Almost, and it was like, who the fuck is this, Royce? By the way, that song is better than any Eminem song ever recorded. I hope y'all know this, right? This is why this whole thing is really weird to me when people talk about Eminem being like one of the greatest rappers ever. Because I'm like, he's not even better than Royce the 5'9". So like, are you putting Royce the 5'9" as a top 5? Because Eminem does not have a song as good as Boom. Let's be honest here. He really doesn't. Boom is nasty, but it's not better than Incarcerated Scarfaces. I mean, come on. That's... that intro, the whole song, me and the RZA connect, blow a fuse, you lose, half-ass crews, get demolished and bruised. Like, nah. So RZA got that one. And then, lastly, round 20, All I Need versus 10 Crack Commandments. Oh, this one is tough. This is another tie to me because both of these songs are phenomenal, okay? All I Need is like one of the greatest hip-hop love songs ever made, and there's very few of them. So that song's phenomenal, and 10 Crack Commandments is fucking phenomenal. So this is a tie to me. So at this point, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, okay, how many did each of them get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So basically, the Primos is sort of like edging out. They're like basically tied, honestly. Around this point. And then, of course, as the event goes on, you've got Cream versus Mass Appeal. Mass Appeal. Come on. Wu-Tang ain't on the fuck with when his kids came out, and Wu-Tang Clan, that shit was great. But it's not fucking with Quicker and Dodgers. So Primo got that. And then RZA played Dark Fantasy, that Kanye bullshit, and instantly lost. So Primo got that with Classic. Triumph versus Represent for round 24. Represent. I love Triumph, but Represent is some other shit, okay? That's some rowdy shit. That's my favorite record on Illmatic. I love that fucking record. So, I have to give that one to Primo. And then this one, round 25, Tunesia versus Friend or Foe. I thought it was funny how RZA was like, oh, some unreleased shit. It shows he's like completely out of the loop, and I don't blame him. So, Friend or Foe. Yeah, come on, Friend or Foe. It's Yours versus So Ghetto. So Ghetto, just that intro alone. Like, come on, it's Primo. So Primo took that too. Then again, notice like now Primo's really starting to outpace RZA. And then Gravel Pit versus Ain't No Other Man. I don't know why Primo played Ain't No Other Man. Nobody was trying to hear that shit. Gravel Pit takes that. I don't understand the hate for Gravel Pit. I think it's a pretty good song. It's okay. It's like, if you're going to do a poppy Wu-Tang song, Gravel Pit's a pretty good way to go. And then, he started playing like A Better Tomorrow, RZA. This was, round 28 versus I Gave You Power. I mean, that's just not even... that's not a matchup. So I Gave You Power easy. So Primo got that. So yeah, I mean, look, Primo won this shit in my opinion, but it was a lot closer than I expected. And, it showed that RZA shit, like RZA had a lot of versatility, like even though he was always working within Wu-Tang, his versatility and his range was like really crazy when you think about it, you know. And it was very interesting to see. Like his beats were always really experimental and very cool and shit. So yeah, it was a great battle, man. All things considered, and they could have kept going. You know, RZA's got another 30 great beats, and you know, Primo's got another 100. You know, type of thing. But you know, as the longer they go, the more Primo's gonna outpace him. I mean, that's just how the shit would have gone. You know, so I enjoyed it. What'd y'all think? All right, who'd you think won the battle? Let me know. All right, take it easy.